Guys, welcome back to the channel. As usual, I am your host, Selassie Fiawohi, and today we're going to talk about the World Cup. We have qualified teams from Africa, all nine directly qualified teams from Africa, and we're going to talk about the playoffs as well. We're also going to talk about the Eddie Nketiah situation. The Minister of Youth and Sports, well, it's now Sports and Recreation, Kofi Adams, has chipped in to the conversation. I'll be giving my 2 cents on what I thought the minister said and whether he's right or wrong. But as usual, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Click on that notification bell to get more updates. So we have our 9 teams going to represent Africa at the FIFA World Cup 2026 with a possible 10th team. We have the teams that are going to play in the playoffs as well. One of them could still make it despite it being an arduous process. Gabon, Nigeria, Cameroon, DR Congo. The playoffs will be played on the 13th of November, and then on the 16th of November, the final will be played with the winner of that final going into an intercontinental playoff from 2 teams from the CONCACAF region and each from each other federation, making 6 teams participating for 2 spots in the final of the World Cup itself. It will be an arduous process, but best to each and every one of them that is participating in that one there. For the 9 teams, it includes Morocco, 4 teams from North Africa, Morocco, Egypt, Tunisia, Algeria, 4 from West Africa, Cape Verde, Ivory Coast, Senegal, and Ghana. And also in there is South Africa. The only South African nation in there is South Africa. So congratulations to the 9 qualified teams. They will be representing Africa at the world stage in the World Cup 2026. So before we look at the minister's point of view concerning the whole Eddie Nketiah situation, before we discuss all that, we'll first look at Coach Otto Addo's point of view. In an interview with 3 Sports, he was asked about the question of players who had been pursued and who had not played in the qualifiers and who now wants to play for Ghana that were in the World Cup, and the opposition from fans and everything. He was queried about that and asked what he thought of that. Let's have a listen to what Coach Otto Addo said and come back to discuss.
I mean, in general, we will look at each case one by one, and without naming or giving names, there are players which we have been chasing since I was a coach in 2021, who didn't reply to our call or didn't want to come, and it's very, very difficult, to say in general, this is what we do. So we have to see each case by case. And it's a different thing. If we haven't approached you and now you want to come, then we have been approaching you all the way and you said no, but now that as we're at the World Cup, you want to come. And I think Ghana should always have a certain pride also as a country. I think also that we need to go on each player and to check the commitment, which is very, very crucial, because we have a very good unity, and I definitely don't want to destroy this with bringing players in who don't have the commitment. So commitment has to be first, and then from there we will see if anyone shows in the next 6, 7, 8 months from his performance, but also from commitments that he wants to play for Ghana, then we are always open. Like I said before, I don't know what will happen in 8 months, 9 months, but I guess that the core of this squad will stay. They deserve it. They were there in very difficult times. They are there playing all the qualifiers. So this is also what I will put into the whole box of deciding what to do.
The head coach Otto Addo there. Clearly, the man is on top of issues. He says, first of all, what I liked most was the fact that he acknowledged, or he wants to indirectly reward some form of loyalty. He talked about the fact that there are players that we chase down as far back as 2021 who did not return our calls or pick our calls. And now that we're in the World Cup, it will be dealt on a case-by-case basis. If we are now pursuing you, that's a different matter. I really loved this answer to the call, and I think that despite what I'll discuss concerning the minister and what he thought of everything, this is a brilliant way to answer that. To be very honest with you, it's a brilliant way to answer it. And I think that I'm pretty much satisfied by this response here from Coach Otto Addo. Now, on to the talk about the Ghana sports minister, sports and recreation minister, commenting on the Eddie Nketiah situation. I posted a video on our Facebook where he divulged in his thoughts on the talks about players like Eddie Nketiah, who we've heard the talks about him being open to playing for Ghana and all that. So what Sadiq Adams posted. The minister made mention of the fact that he was open to it, and that if the technical team expresses to him their desire to involve such a player, he would not be in opposition to it at all. But first of all, let's listen to everything the minister said in that conversation.
The monkey work for the baboon to come and, have a field day.
Well, the truth of the matter, Benis, is that football is an emotive thing. So I'm not surprised that people will speak this way. It's more like we needed you then and you were nowhere to be found. So we don't want to even see you at all. But beyond the emotions, you also must do some other analysis.
Okay.
That is why for all the time you see team improvement. I'm saying we went to Chad. It didn't go too well there. All of a sudden, the technical people have to meet and plan something. They even invited a player that was not even qualified to play for us, hoping that FIFA will clear, he will have all his necessary switch and FIFA will give a clear for him to play. He came here, he slept in hotel, took part in everything, but he couldn't even appear on the bench because if he did, we were going to lose points. So it means that at all times, you want to try your hands on something. So should we have said that because Sibo didn't play up till about maybe game 7th, so we shouldn't invite him for game 8? We invited him, he came. He added something that possibly was missing in the game, and we are all full of praise for him. We are going to another level. If the technical team feels that there is a particular hand that they need, or a particular leg, let me use this case because the players who use their legs more, that they need, and that person has not featured before, but that person is available now, and they approach me for that support, I will not hesitate. Even though I share in this emotive analysis of you were not there for us, so don't even come now. Wait till we finish the World Cup before you come. I will give them the necessary support. After all, we're supposed to take about 23 or 24 players to the World Cup. So it means that it's not just 11 or 16 or 18 that have been so regular in playing. There are some who have come, they have only been on the bench all through. They haven't played before, but they are part of this team, the squad. So if the coach and his technical team feels like, well, Nketiah is playing some great football and we need him, if he's available now or if he can be spoken to, why not? All of us will get involved, leave the emotions aside and support that cause. After all, this will not be the first time that would have happened. In 2006, our coach Otto Addo didn't play the qualifiers or most of the qualifiers. I don't think even he played any qualifiers. The team qualified before Coach Otto Addo was brought on board to play in the... A lot of other players who played the qualifiers didn't go to Germany 2006. So this will not be the first time that would have happened. I understand the emotive part of football. It's very, it's an emotional thing. Look, you can see someone that you think that, oh, for this person, maybe he will use other faculties in analyzing the situation than just the heart and emotion.
We had the minister there, and I agree with a lot of what he said. If the player in question, that the technical team want to add, is viable and is already available for us to play into the Ghana Black Stars team, he would be open to having that conversation with the player, and he would be open to help the process of bringing the player in. It is sound, in my opinion, that he's open to doing that. I understand the pits about us being opposed to it. Who should work for you to come and play? Who should come and play qualifies for you to go? But the truth of the matter, and I've said it before here, is that there will be players that will play in the qualifiers that will not go to the World Cup. That is plain and simple and true. Another thing we have to be cautious about is the fact that bringing all these players in, no matter their quality or pedigree, will not guarantee success for the Ghana Black Stars. We are not learning from our mistakes. I've said it here before and I'll keep on saying it. Putting together the best of the best from all over the world into a senior national team will not get you the result you are looking for. At least not immediately. The immediate result you are looking for will not come overnight. It will not come at the World Cup overnight like that. I've said it that we need to still build our youth football. If anything, we have to have a footballing identity that every new player that it comes into our national team is run through. Orientation is given to the person to understand the ethos or the methods of Ghana football and what they need to learn or upgrade or add or subtract. That is the only way we'll be able to integrate foreign players from different walks of life into our national team. We can decide to bring the best of the best, Kobe Mainu, we can decide to bring all of them. It will not work if we don't have a footballing identity that they will all need to follow when they come in. We can try. We've even tried it. See how Iñaki Williams is struggling in the team. Tariq Lamptey, well, fitness has not helped him. We brought all these guys in, and it's somehow not working. There was a time when Antoine Semenyo, Kudus Mohammed, and all those guys were struggling, especially in the African Cup of Nations qualifiers recently. We can bring all these guys in, and still it will not work. That is one thing we need to understand. And it's imperative that we get that through to those in charge. The Ghana national team, we want the best in every position to play. But who is Eddie Nketiah better than in the Ghana Black Stars team now? Who is Callum Hudson-Odoi currently better than that he will usurp or overtake them right now? Genuinely, in the pecking order of things, do they play better than our current players? If anything, I think they are almost equal, if you ask me. I understand. Yeah, players have happened. Otto Addo himself, as the minister said, Otto Addo himself didn't play in the qualifiers. A lot of stuff, but we still brought him in and all that talk. It's all true. It's all genuine. But let's be careful not to throw the baby out the bathwater. There are some players who deserve to be at the World Cup. Let's not try to bring some or antagonize or bring some pain and hurt. It's not emotions, but trust me, these things go a long way to negatively affect us in turn when we are going through the tournament. So I agree with most of what he said. If the players that we want to bring in are better than the crop of players we have, I'll be all for that. But another thing is, if the player also has a track record of turning Ghana down several times, which these two guys we're talking about have a track record of, and have not shown some form of commitment to the Ghana national team in the past, we have no right, or we have no point in calling them. And as a very senior journalist has already said, we need to make sure they pass a commitment test. I'm not for calling players who are not committed to a national team course. Commitment is number one. Commitment is number one. They have to show that they want it. If you don't want me, why should I want you? It's only respectful that we have that mutual understanding. A commitment test is very important. We know players who in the past have used Ghana as a gateway to get bigger clubs and all that, and were probably fooled. But we need not to be fooled again into believing that. So we have to make sure if they really want to convert or play for Ghana, let's do it at the African Cup of Nations qualifiers. Those stuff will make us understand that truly you want to be with the Ghana national team, and you are not a glory hunter. Not that there's anything wrong with that as well. But let me know your thoughts in the comments box. I think we need to know that they are committed to the course. We need to let them pass that commitment test. It's important. We need to make sure that we are not just bringing players together to play. It will not work. We have tried it before in the past. We still need to develop our youth football for all those things and understanding in the senior national team to work and success to be assured. Are the players better quality than what we have? Yeah. So let me know your thoughts in the comments box on everything. I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your day.